podcast. I am Edgar, here joined today with Dwayne. Yes. Say nothing on an audio podcast. Yeah.
I'm letting you go. You were flowing. It was good. It was good. I was caught in your
aura.
Your aura.
That's new Z terms, new Gen Z terms, Gen whatever.
Is it aura a lot?
Aura.
Yeah. That's been around.
Hot. It's hot right now.
Taking that from us?
Yes, they are.
They're taking that from us because they don't have anything of their own.
Also joining Dwayne, we have Percival.
Hello. Stop.
Is your mic off?
Wait. Did you cool, thanks.
Yeah, we don't need him.
You don't need me. I guess I'll just be in the background. Just
Yeah.
right there.
To be honest, actually, I cut the mic.
I am talking.
Yeah,
Cool, thanks.
And also me.
We're introduced. God damn it. Is he on?
I'm leaving. Bye, guys.
Is he good? Plug yourself in, Brizzy.
Man,
What's in?
It's funny, like when you're the on the audio side and the other side, when you're like all these crazy noises.
Is it better now? Or you got a shitty ass cord?
do yours again. Give it a nice.
Check 1, 2. Or did you fuck it up?
Difficulty.
Oh, so you fucked it up over there.
We turned you off. He
Apparently.
doesn't want to tell you. I'll tell you.
You're good.
Yeah,
You're
thanks.
good.
I'll tell you. We turned you off for a little
Good,
bit
good.
because
And joining Dwayne,
We didn't
also
want
have
Percy.
Percival.
Yay! You hear me now?
You probably could actually hear you the whole time. I had you muted on the monitor.
Oh,
That's even better.
as you should.
oh
I see no
Lord.
problems.
And joining Percival, we have Slunk over there.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm doing over here on the 1s and 2s, making sure everything's working before the
Apparently
podcast.
not.
Before the podcast starts,
Working as intended.
as the podcast is starting. And we are the Dope Podcast. We
In
podcast.
case you forgot, this is the Dope Podcast, where friends get together every week to listen to water. I know that's getting picked up on the mic, but there's water going through pipes. That was great. And you can find us on YouTube, Spoofy,
No, just YouTube.
YouTube,
Yeah, we're
YouTube
we're
Music,
YouTube Music and YouTube.com.
Oh,
Twitch.
No, and on Twitch. Yeah, you can watch us live on Twitch, catch our podcast replays on YouTube.
Clips
Yeah.
on TikTok,
Clips on TikTok.
clips on Instagram,
Clips on
the
Instagram.
G.
clips on
Aye.
Friendster.
MySpace?
You know what was a term? Go ahead.
I want to bring MySpace back. I was thinking about that.
Really?
Like, I want people to be like excited when they come and look at bullshit that I
And,
post.
and start fights because like why am I in the top 8? Huh?
Oh, I forgot.
Top
about
8 was hot. All
That was
right.
good.
You-
Oh, you're allowed to flirt with somebody, but you didn't want to do it directly because
Yeah.
you know,
Because you're shy.
Because you're shy.
'Cause you're a
so you put
nerd.
someone and they just barely make it, and you're like hoping they see it.
Were you one of the degenerates that will go into the code and have a top 16?
Oh yeah, I did all the code. Yeah, that's where I learned my,
Look at all that
my
music.
coding initially. Yeah, had the music. Oh, I loved it when you come to my. I had the best. People were like, "Oh, you got the hits."
Blasting Linkin Park because you're so sad.
You don't get it.
You know, you weren't there.
You weren't
You had
there.
to be
None of
there.
you were
It
there.
was such a phase.
So, on the TikToks, I saw a filter
The
of
MySpace filter.
what social media platform was the hot platform when you were alive. And I went, this is bullshit. How are you gonna do me, 1985, back in the day? What was the social media platform of the time?
Hmm.
Because the person I saw was from 2002, and it was MySpace. And I was like,
Damn.
no, sorry, Friendster, MySpace, one of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, how are you taking me out of this equation?
Just eliminate the '80s babies. That's
We exist like when we were growing up and when we were born was like the time before TV was invented, right?
Yeah.
Like that's how old we are. That's
why
how
we're so elite.
yeah,
Elite, yeah,
well,
let's go with that.
We were
Yeah.
here. You were here before Google.
yeah, when you tell kids TVs used to be in black and white.
I don't even understand that. Oh,
You understand
shit.
black and white is an artistic choice now? It's
Yeah.
like,
And they're like,
you mean like a filter?
Yeah.
Yeah. All our TVs had a filter on it, the black and white filter.
like, what's a TV?
The Tokyo filter on they have on that shit. That's what all of them were.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so sad. It's so sad.
But that's what makes us awesome because we know what it was like before.
Back in my
We
day.
know it's like at the beginning, and now we're living in the hell that it is.
Yeah.
It went too far.
And it's a special kind of hell because there's cool things about this hell, you know? You get instant gratification when it comes to sports. You don't have to wait until fucking 6, 10 o'clock or whenever the news comes on.
True.
You don't have
That's
to.
right.
You get to watch any show that's ever been on ever, unless it's weird and you don't know how to find the show.
True. But doesn't that make people less like fans? Like I feel like sports.
It's not less fans. I feel like people don't talk about the same things anymore.
True.
It's like Sunday night you watch the X-Files, and then Monday you're like, holy shit!
You had to wake up Monday to talk about
You
it.
see fucking Mulder going to crazy shit. Like, nah, I had to fucking do
The
homework.
guy with the pen, the noisy pen. I remember X Files that much. There was a weird dude that didn't talk.
The smoking guy was there. Why was he there?
The guy that's or whatever, he would kill people with the
There
pen.
were entire conversations that you would not be a part of because you like
didn't watch whatever was on
you
TV.
didn't watch that one
Yeah.
episode. And that's it.
Social
Like
media killed that. I guess that's good.
that's when you turn into Dwayne. Like I didn't really watch it. That's
Nah, I didn't see that.
I will watch things at a protest most of the time. Like, nah.
Oh, you like it? Nah, I don't like it.
Yeah. You said it's good?
And nah.
Can't be
Can't
good.
trust that.
Can't listen to that.
Yeah. So how you guys doing? We haven't been together in a while. All four of us.
You guys were here last week.
Yes.
I was here.
You were here.
I was here in spirit. I was backing up
Spirit
Dwayne.
and tech. He was.
He was
Yeah,
chatting. There's got to be a way that we got to figure out like how to remote guest people. Then I feel like we went to
Call line. Just set up a call line. We
can
can
do
do
a call
that,
line.
right?
Let's set up a party line.
Call.
Talking about old shit.
They always talk about old shit. And that way we can hang up on people we don't like.
We should just call that the podcast. Always talking about old shit. Back in my day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, there's like this old timey radio over here that Percy had in the garage. I don't know where you got that from.
It's
But-
just here? Bring
No.
it on camera?
But yeah, but we had the exact same radio. Hold on, let me
Wait,
grab it.
you gonna read it? Okay.
You got it.
I got it.
Whether you get it.
Yeah, we had the exact same one, like at our house growing up. Yeah, I
That
don't
thing's
know.
awesome.
It's
Thing's
got like a
old.
tape deck. It's got like
It's got
a
a tape deck and AM
It's got a
FM.
tape deck?
yeah.
On the side.
I can see somebody put one of those car tape deck converters so you can plug in an iPhone to it.
You mentioned
Yep.
that?
That's
That's
what-
exactly.
that's
yep,
the
it's
thing
part
out of it. Yeah,
Damn.
but I had that exact same thing growing up with,
Hey.
and I would like listen to music on it, thinking I'm like cultured because it's old.
Explain
Not
this
mine.
technology to the youth that were like, what is this box?
So it's actually my pops. They gave it to him. It's a old school radio where you have to actually dial in to see what radio station you want.
Oh god, it's got the turn down.
They got the turn dial. It gets their volume, AM, FM,
Bluetooth?
Bluetooth.
What
no,
is
tape
AFC?
deck.
Hold
I have
up.
no idea what the fuck AFC is.
That's obviously how you call the aliens.
And then the tape deck on the right. But
Yeah, that confused me. Tape deck on the right.
so it's just a regular tape deck. But for my dad wants, we have given him Bluetooth speakers.
Yes.
Right? Here, pops, connect the iPhone. He knows how to do it.
Yeah.
But he chooses to use a tape deck that connects to a wire, that connects to a wire that transfers to the iPhone.
Convenience,
He
Percy.
understands it, Percy.
So that connects to the iPhone, so he can listen to his music from the phone on this
Listen.
shitty old speaker.
I'll just
You don't
Like,
get
is
it.
that bad?
Yes.
But you don't get it.
It's-
It's what he
Sound.
enjoys.
What if he likes it sounding like that old school sound? You know, with the you
the
see your
cracking?
rector skips all the time. You know.
But yeah, so that's,
That's-
all
That's
that's-
the people like talking in like the was it the North Atlantic? What's that voice? Like, oh, here we go now.
60s radio and shit.
People pay like thousands of dollars for audio plugins to make their music sound like it's coming out of that right there.
Well, coming up to the we have Babe Ruth coming up, and here
It's pretty nice though. I like it.
Yeah, face it forward, face it towards the camera.
He doesn't know camera appropriate.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to fuck up the wires.
Yeah.
You're not replacing these.
it's like, was it?
You
And
know how to fit? Like you can crack this open, and you see all the.
Have you ever? Yeah, it's like an I Love Lucy episode where they fix the TV. That's what it looks like.
Lucy's popping her head in there, fucking.
Selling cigarettes to kids.
Lucille Ball. She was a babe.
Lucille Ball.
Absolutely.
It's interesting. I don't know if you guys saw like any of the like 3 documentaries that came out at the same time about.
Yeah, they came out like
See-
back to back to back, huh? Like there's an Amazon one, there was like a I think Paramount, a Netflix one or something, like
Yeah,
About Lucille Ball.
Lucy and Desi.
Lucy and
their
Desi.
relationship and how they built their
I remember when they
company
were,
together.
they used to have those on regular TV. It was a special. It was an old one. They made more.
Yeah, but these were like looking really, really in depth into like not just the glamorous part of their lives,
Like
and
that fucked up
course.
side.
and also Vivian Vance. I think that's what her name
Yeah,
was.
Ethel.
The Ethel.
Ethel.
Yeah.
How like it was hard for her to play that role, and how Lucy was kind of mean to her.
I know Fred was a maniac. Wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he was like an alcoholic.
A raging alcoholic.
Raging
Yeah, I didn't know
alcoholic.
that. And then people like said that, and I went back and watched some episodes. You see his hands shaking most
Yeah,
of the
And you're
time.
like, oh,
Oh,
shit. Yeah.
He's got the shakes bad.
Yeah.
Like it's not even subtle.
No, they could not hide that.
Yeah. Yeah, he would like try to hand like, and then he would get frustrated, and I think like he would get frustrated as his character, and because he's trying to hide the fact that his hands are uncontrollably moving.
The little things. Dude.
Yeah, alcoholism.
Like I watched the show all the time with my sister and my grandma when it was on TV. I didn't notice that at all.
Yeah, it's like
Not at all. That was
at
Well,
this
somebody
point, we
pointed
know
out.
like every episode, right?
now everything's online.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing I Love Lucy trivia.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm down.
do you guys
Like
think you would do
like
well?
a party?
I'm down.
Yeah, we could do a
Gathering?
gathering. Yeah, as a
Dress up
part,
like-
part of the party. Yeah, we could have an I Love Lucy party.
So I'm
Yeah.
not invited because there's no black
There's
people.
no
There was like two. There was like Sammy Davis at one point.
Missed that
Yeah,
episode.
they were in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get to be Sammy Davis. the one black guy in all of Hollywood.
Boing boing, man. All right. We can discuss. We can
Okay.
How many black people?
It's gotta be single digits. Ooh, there's probably a band member.
There's probably like some like a driver of a car or
I'm
something.
I'm going single digits.
No, definitely single digits. But like, are we talking about under 3?
Under 5.
Under 5?
He is the only African played
Ooh.
Doc, the competitive ship's cook in the Oscar-winning 1937 film. What?
It's not a film.
Hey.
Did you say I Love Lucy show?
Yeah, he's the only African American to ever appear on I Love Lucy, playing Sam the Porter in 1955 episode The Great Train Robbery. Sam McDaniel.
There's one?
So I thought Sammy Davis Jr.
You made that up, Edgar.
Maybe that was one of.
Now I can't play that guy. I don't even know who he is.
I Love Lucy had like 15 spin-offs. All right.
It did. I
That's
think
right.
I think it was the episode when they get on the cruise ship.
I don't want to come to your party dressed as a chef.
Just
Hold
be.
on.
Just
You know, I don't know what your options are here.
I'll be Ricky.
Just come as little Ricky.
Little Ricky.
Ricky, do the light. I can't do the light. Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
You gotta get yourself a conga drum.
And goes Babaloo. That's all I know.
You
They put on a show.
play the same beat no matter what the song was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know how to play the bongos. He just showed up.
He whipped his hair really convincingly though. Yeah. That was
He opens that shit hard, you know.
yeah. No, he sells. He sells. I believed it. I
Yeah.
believed it.
Yeah. He really sold that accent. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. How did I get to Lucy? I forgot. Oh, this radio. Okay. So.
How do we get anywhere? Shit. What were we gonna talk about? Oh, happy Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yeah. Shout out Bobby Bonilla.
Shout out.
Yes, absolutely.
This is his day. Today's the day.
What are $5 million per?
$1.2 million a year until 2035.
Can
What-
somebody explain this to
What's
the?
what's the original contract?
He signed it in 2000. It was 2011.
11 was when he.
It was like a retirement contract to
Did-
force him to retire.
Well, because the Mets owed him a shit ton of money and they rather defer it.
That's right.
So instead of paying the one lump sum at that moment, they just deferred it out for X amount of years.
1.19.
24 years.
Yeah.
When
So
we're
for
on,
24 years, he
we're on
gets
year
paid,
13
1.2 million.
and he's been retired
since then.
Since
Since
2011.
Yeah.
So he still has.
We'll collect a check for
2011 years
yeah,
left.
1.19 from the New York Mets, and as he has, and will every July 1st from 2011 through 2035.
Incredible. It's probably the most boss move in the history of sports.
And he's retired. Like he's
Yeah.
not playing.
Hey, he sits at home like my dad.
So when did he retire exactly? Did he retire before that contract like started? Let's see. Bobby.
Probably 2009, maybe.
They used to go like awesome like financial moves, right? It's like Jordan going, don't pay me in money, pay me
stocks.
pay me in stock, pay
give me
me
Jordan's
per shoe, you know?
Yeah. These are things that we can't do anymore because
Somebody else made
they're all too smart now. Businesses are too smart now.
Like wasn't there like a dude at
There's no
was it
edgy
Google
deal.
or Facebook, like a janitor? They got paid in stocks, and like when they went public, he
Sure,
became a
there's a few of 'em.
millionaire.
Sure,
The mural guy did. The guy, he did a mural for Facebook.
Yeah, and I think a Google
he asked
janitor.
for stock.
Yeah, he has for stock instead of.
Smart.
Dang.
Yeah, he retired in
It's a leap of faith.
2002.
What?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Oh shit!
yeah. Well,
guess
at the end of the season, at the end of 2001 season.
I guess they
Yeah.
were just in court that whole time, huh?
I mean,
Or the Mets asked him like, "Hey, we'll
Or does
pay
it
you.
kick in?
We'll pay you later."
It won't kick in for another. Dang, imagine waiting 9 years for your first.
It's coming.
But he already
Yeah,
had
it's
enough money
coming.
from other
Your
teams.
first of 30 paychecks.
yeah, I need this. Let's see. Bob Bonilla signed a 5-year, $29 million contract with the New York Mets on December 2nd, 1991. The 6.1 million he received in 92 was a record for a single season by a margin of 2.3 million. He became the highest paid player in the National League from 1992 to 1994. However, his offensive production diminished somewhat.
Somewhat.
Yeah, and then some
Didn't hit that
stats.
ball.
That's like the main thing you're useful for, right?
Baseball's the only sport where if you do something at 30%, you're considered elite. Which is something you should teach your children that.
I got a 300 average.
You're trying to get
And you're like, whoa!
what? You hit the ball 30% of the time? That's crazy. No other sport can you get away with.
1 of 3?
1 of 3? And get
Yeah,
paid
I don't get.
Legend.
I can talk about you forever.
So this is the deal, and I don't understand it. Maybe somebody can explain it. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. After his subpar 1999 season, the Mets released Bonilla, but still owed him 5.9 million at the end of 1999. Bonilla and his agent offered the Mets a deal. Bonilla would defer payment for a whole decade, and the Mets would pay him an annual paycheck of just 1.19 million, starting on July 1st, 2011, and then on 2035, adding up to a total payout of 29.8 million.
It sounds to me like they didn't have the money at the time to pay him.
Yep.
And like, you know what? We'll pay you in 10 years. That thing's never gonna show up, you know?
It's kind of like what what's his name? Otani's doing with the Dodgers.
Yeah. So the alternative thing was to basically help the Dodgers. They're like, all right, you're not gonna get a luxury tax compared to if you pay everything now.
You're not gonna hit the cap right now.
Yeah. And then just do it later because he already has so much money. He goes, I don't care as long as I eventually get my money. So
It's
he
a
helped the
Japanese
team.
mentality.
He's gonna own the Dodgers by the end of his contract.
Yeah, he'll be
Yeah,
part
pretty
owner.
much.
He's gonna be sitting next to Magic.
Sitting there.
Yeah.
Magic with their bad takes. Can't even speak. Can't even talk to each other. The language barrier.
I love that man, by the way. He's great.
Other notable contracts: Ken Griffey Jr. will receive 3.59 million from the Reds every year through 2024, starting in 2000.
Oh, it just ended.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Imagine 24 years of just getting paid.
Man.
and you've been retired.
If I have kids ever, they're playing baseball. We're throwing all that. There's not gonna be any. I mean, they can watch my highlights from my good days. But
I talked to Brizzy about this. How I want to be a specialist left-handed pitcher comes in, one pitcher,
One batter.
one throw, fly ball out. All right, sometimes guys.
a left-handed reliever. That's what you want to be. It's a left-handed reliever.
One specialist guy.
Very important, but you barely play.
Yep.
It's genius.
Where are we going next?
Yeah. We should see against Buffalo Wild Wings.
Spend the whole time eating seeds.
I forgot who said it. Well, a baseball player said it, but like if you want your kids to be a professional baseball player, the easiest route is being a catcher because nobody wants to be a catcher. It's a difficult position, but it's most sought after.
Yeah.
Because it's so fucking hard. But like it's the easiest route to become.
Unless you're a Yankee catcher, you can't throw people out at fucking bases.
Can it hit them?
Can you hit?
Doesn't matter. You're a catcher.
Catcher,
Catcher
can't catch.
Do you see that thing?
Ooh, no, I don't
So,
watch baseball anymore.
I don't. I saw highlights.
Yeah.
That's something important happened. The Red Sox were scouting the Yankees.
Yeah.
Found out that the pitchers and catchers can't throw people out on base.
Oh my.
They stole 9 bases. Was it in one game?
Yeah, the record.
Just yeah. Yeah, get out of there. Yeah.
So now everybody knows the Yankees' weakness. They can't touch the ball. That's terrible.
That's a really bad
'Cause it
one.
How much them dudes make? Who's their catcher?
It's some weird stat that if you throw them out, it goes to the pitcher instead of the catcher. I forgot what exactly it was, but they actually watched the game.
Oh, stat the kids counted against the. I get what you're saying.
So
But
they thought like, oh, this catcher's awesome. He throws everyone out, but it's not. That's not how it
So
goes.
that's what's happening. Oh, see, study film, learn all sorts of shit.
Yes.
Throwing people out.
Throwing people out. Basics of baseball.
Throw the fucking ball.
Apparently, the Yankees can't do. Shout out the Yankees.
No, the Yankees.
Oh,
No,
no,
No.
Okay.
But they hate Houston, so go.
Cancel that.
There's a mutual friend of my enemy friend.
Yeah.
is
Friend
my
of me?
Your friend of me?
Yes.
You have a
The-
friend of me?
The enemy of my no, the friend. How does that
The
go?
enemy of my enemy
Fool
is
me
my
twice.
friend.
Shame on you.
The enemy of my frenemy is my bestie. Yeah.
We're going out for mimosas.
Yeah,
alright.
shout out Bobby Bonilla. Congratulations yet
congrats.
again. We
Absolutely.
will celebrate every year.
Yeah,
This decade.
till 2035. So we got-
2035. That's another
God.
10 years.
So legit. I can't wait to be in my late 40s.
Man, I remember Bobby Bonilla back then.
Talk about Bobby Bonilla Day. Bobby Bonilla Day.
Now we have to podcast every July 1st.
Book it.
And it's like, I never heard of this guy before. Contract. I don't know if
It's
he's
all right.
playing.
He wasn't even that good. He was
Yeah.
all right. He was solid. He was good.
So that's the thing with sports and contracts is that somebody can have a hot year and then get a big contract and then
It's
Check
guaranteed
out.
money.
yeah.
He usually, like funny you brought that up. I get shit for this. The Lakers signed my boy Gabe Vincent,
Mm-hmm.
who was hot for the Heat a couple years ago, and then the Lakers signed him for not he didn't get a fat contract, but he got a bigger contract than he deserved because he was not an undrafted player,
Yeah.
and he didn't do shit for the Lakers.
And you're like, that's right.
Hey, not my problem.
You don't listen to me.
Shout out Heat. Shout out Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Not doing anything free agency.
Oh.
It's fine.
They
Bad
didn't
regard.
hire their own son to come play with them, and then no one wants to come to the Lakers anymore.
Sports.
That's not what happened. Is that what's happening? No one wants to play because of Bronny?
No one's coming to the Lakers right now.
That's because you guys have a terrible GM, and no one wants to admit it.
What are you talking about?
You don't want to play for JJ?
When's the last time that your GM made a great movie? You're like, oh my god, that's gonna really do something for the Lakers. When's the last
Right
time?
now we're talking baseball, right?
Oh,
LeBron came.
Edgar transitioned that subject
He
real
did
quick.
transition it. Didn't they
Real
get a
smooth,
good?
good
Didn't,
job.
isn't Connect the guy Connect the new guy? Isn't he supposed to be pretty good?
Who? What?
Connect.
Who are we talking about?
It's
Oh,
new,
the other guy.
yeah the first
Oh.
draft.
Oh, I'm not a
choice.
Laker fan. I don't know who you guys.
Yeah. So they got this guy named Connect, and it's like KNECHT.
Oh yeah, I think he was good in college.
Yeah.
Being
But
good in college doesn't always transfer over to NBA. So,
so the
Yeah,
only,
it's like Caitlin Clark.
You guys got another Austin Reeves.
yeah, another Austin Reeves, as
Yeah.
they're calling him. But his name Connect, right? And they're gonna give him number 4, so he's gonna be Connect 4.
That's
Mhm.
adorable.
That's
Marketing.
cute. I love it.
Good marketing.
I'd
Yeah.
wear it.
Now they got signed a deal with who makes Connect for Hasbro?
Hasbro.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
His face all over his
They
he's on the kids on there.
they just made the Lakers $5 million a year.
5 million.
Give out a little
Easy.
Connect Force
Hey.
to everybody.
Yeah, come on, man. Hasbro, you got it plastered all over the fucking.
You know, like girl math, that's
Crypto.
GM math right there. They're gonna. He's a free player.
It's a free player.
You know what ended today is the Clippers run in crypto arena. They're gone.
Oh yeah.
Official.
Mm-hmm.
No longer stinking up the place for you guys.
But the other stadium is not done, is it?
It's done.
It's done.
Is it?
Get ready to go some Clipper
Bruno
games. You're gonna go to
Mars.
some Clipper game.
Let me see.
I want to go see it.
You do? Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. It sounds incredible. I don't even like
You didn't like the Clippers,
I don't
yeah.
respect the Clippers organization at all, but man, that stadium looks crazy. Gotta go see it.
Built by Microsoft?
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
It's probably the most tech savvy station.
You're gonna need a hot meal to log in to get inside.
Like, fuck, I forgot my password. I can't get in.
No, it's actually Intuit Dome.
Into it though.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
QuickBooks.
Hey.
The reason I hate the name of stadiums is because I don't know what the actual product thing is. When we went to Vegas, I was asking Slug, it's a Allegiant Stadium, right? What's Allegiant? Is that like,
Yeah,
What
what
is
the
it?
hell?
is it insurance,
I don't
medical?
know. What is it?
I have no idea.
It's hard.
Slug, do you know what
Well, I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know either. I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
Healthcare.
They make
insurance.
barbecues.
Yeah, it's good. It's like you remember like that. Most exclusive barbecues. This side of the Mississippi.
Yeah, I don't know.
Black and silver ones.
Yep.
So now we got crypto. Got the Kia Forum, which I hate the name of Kia Forum.
Kia
Kia
Forum's
Forum.
kind of corny. You got SoFi.
SoFi.
which is
Allegiance.
I
nice.
still don't know what Sophie is.
It's
No
a
clue.
Bank?
Um,
A bank?
is it?
Something financial?
I think
Oh,
loans.
Yeah, SoFi is
a
a bank.
It is a bank.
There it
that's
is.
right.
Yeah, we got one.
See, I was gonna say it's the what's the never mind.
Got the YouTube studio,
The
YouTube.
Sun Heat.
They do have a
Theater.
YouTube studio.
YouTube.
Yeah, they have a
There's a YouTube one.
Yeah.
What's that?
there's a
What is
set
that?
there's
No,
a
it's just
there's
the
a
theater.
little there's
Oh.
there's a theater hall. It's actually pretty big.
Mhm.
I've been in there for an event, and it's YouTube.
Where?
It's like built into the building.
What area?
The side.
Well, it's next to like Sophie, right?
It's in
Sophie.
Sophie.
It's in okay.
Yeah, like it's part of the building.
Is Microsoft Theater still there in downtown next to?
No, because I used to be in Nokia. Is that the same one?
Is it Nokia now?
It's like a Nokia Lounge. Or it was Nokia Lounge. I don't even know.
Yeah, there's but it's Microsoft now, isn't it? Or they changed it?
No, no,
Or
they-
is it Peacock now because they didn't?
Everything changed, man. It's like it's
No,
just-
there's no allegiance to anything anymore.
Who's got the money?
That's pretty much it.
I hate crypto.
They're gonna
I hate the name
change it, aren't they?
well, you know,
I hate crypto.
but like it's funny speaking to defended Staples Center because it's Staples Center. It's like,
It'll
shut the fuck
forever
up.
be stable.
Shut the hell up! It's Staples Center. Oh wow. I can't believe I got my printer there.
Can't get my printer at crypto.
Crypto.com arena though, I don't like. Or
God, is it
Having to
doesn't
say
roll
the
off
dot
tongue.
com. Yeah.
it's the .com, yeah.
And if it wasn't tied to something that's kind of,
Terrible.
controversial,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's not even that. It's
A
just-
questionable thing.
Calling arena the crypt could be cool, but it's not.
I don't think, but nobody
They
claims
catch
it
on
as
like
the
they thought
crypt.
a bit. They were like, "This is gonna catch on." It was like,
But yeah, nobody claims the crypt, right?
no.
No.
Which would be cool.
It's almost
One of your
cool.
players should go by the Crypt Keeper.
Damn, they dominate here.
Oh man, I need to change my lineup. I can't miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys don't have good enough players to be called that. That name's
Yeah, that's
hold
true.
on to that.
They need to hit a championship in the crypt, and then they can start calling
Got
it
a
the
bubble
crypt.
championship.
It wasn't in the
championship.
crypt though. That's
No, we got,
not
that, we got that in Florida, didn't we?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the
Disneyland.
little
That's the Disney.
The
Disney ship.
the Disney banner?
Yeah.
Nice little Mickey
Disney
Mouse
banners.
banners.
Lakers got the only Disney banner. That's pretty cool.
Woo! Can't do it.
Oh, and the in-season tournament.
And you guys are the first. Man, how's that feel?
Great.
Great.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Oh, I'm so happy those players got an extra $1,000
No,
or whatever
yeah.
the fuck it was.
500K? Yeah.
Paid for their tip at their party.
Wait, so-
So nice.
Yeah.
Here's the month of like glorious dinners.
Nice. Paid for like 5 team dinners.
What's so we went to downtown Disney a couple days ago to check out the Din Tai Fung opening. It's like a soft opening. There was 4 of us. How much do you think our bill came out to?
What kind of food is this? Is it Chinese, Japanese?
It's like dumplings, like Taiwanese, I believe. Taiwanese.
Was there alcohol?
There was alcohol.
That just already added an extra.
Is this a Michelin star restaurant?
And I don't think they're Michelin rated, no.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
4 people.
I feel like Michelin, after watching The Bear.
You said 4 people?
Four
Everyone's drinking.
Yes.
4:30.
That's pretty good.
This tip, yeah.
Yeah, plus tip. That's
Damn.
about 4:30.
Yeah, look at you.
Mhm.
Were you there?
No, but I've been hurt by bills when they've gone that. I'm like, oh fuck.
That's a good bill, though.
Yeah,
Good, strong. It was good?
it was good.
All right.
Was it worth
Delicious food. Yeah, you know what? I've been to Din Tai Fung in Arcadia. This one was a little bit better. Had a little bit of that Mickey Mouse magic going on.
Hey.
All right.
Downtown Disney.
Haven't heard that in a long time.
Yes.
Mickey Mouse magic.
Mickey Mouse magic. Downtown Disney, expensive.
Yes.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Definitely won't say not expensive. Mickey Mouse magic.
Worth,
Mickey-
Where's the magic?
worth the magic. You felt the magic, though, right?
It's good time.
Just can't do it often, right? Just the
No.
special occasion.
Yeah,
It was nice.
once in a
I'm
while.
gonna remember it.
Yeah, we went. Edgar and I went with some friends, and Carla was with us, Panama, and we went during Christmas, and it was really, really like it's just nice. Like it's
Yeah.
just pretty.
It's one of those things like oh, Christmas spirit lives. You know, like, you feel the warmth and the kindness of the people's hearts, and then
Forget
you
all
go,
your troubles.
and then you walk into the parking lot. You're like,
"Ah,
motherfucker, I
fuck."
fucking hate walking to the parking lot. Son of a bitch. Like, just mad at
The
everything.
Grinch comes out and smells you.
But going back to that restaurant, we went to an Arcadia.
Mhm.
Best old English drink, old English,
Old fashioned?
old fashioned, old English that I've ever had. So good, I can't remember the name.
I'm like, old English. I'm like, yeah, I had
You know
malt
how
liquor?
I hate old fashions.
Yeah.
Like,
Old fashioned. Yeah,
yeah.
he does.
Every time I order, I'm like, I drink it out of like protest. Because I'm like, I'm never gonna find a good one,
Yeah.
and
We
then
found the good
Found
one.
the
we found the good one
All
there.
right.
Ah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, it's called the DTF old fashioned.
Not the fuck.
Oh, Din Tai Fung.
I was like, hey now.
Yeah.
How
Um,
was it?
and it was just as good, and it's funny because it's a soft opening, so they gave us the menu, and you like mark off what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's somebody called it the Din Tai Fung bar exam.
Yeah.
It's
Fucking like, fuck, would you
it's
They
two of
still
us?
use the Scantron test?
what it looks like almost.
Is
Yeah.
that still a thing?
Scantron?
School? Like,
Yeah,
no?
school, yeah.
I think so.
Uh,
And I don't think what would be like the next thing, right?
Everything's on
iPads.
laptops
iPads.
now.
Well, we
Golden answers.
yeah. So some of the items are grayed out, and they were like, oh, we
Not
don't-
ready.
They're not. Those aren't ready yet. It's a soft opening, so we ordered our drinks, and then we had our drinks. We were eating food, and then we wanted seconds, and the guy said, "Oh, we're out of the ingredients to make this."
On the soft opening?
Yeah, they
And
they ran out of whatever it was to make the old fashioned
Sounds
taste
like
good.
an episode of Bar Rescue where they're doing the stress test. They're like, we don't have enough buns for the burgers.
Yeah,
They're like,
Yeah.
oh man, we gotta redo this whole kitchen now.
yeah.
Is that what
and
happened?
He yells at you with
Yeah, he
his.
comes like this. Stop it!
Reheat
Stop
it.
everything! John Tavern's his name.
Yeah,
It's a
John
good
Tavern.
show.
He's like a big asshole too.
It's gotta be.
Huh?
Like,
Sometimes
When
you
people
gotta-
don't listen to you, we're fucking. We're,
You know how many bars he saved?
He's the Jesus bar.
It's just like, all I gotta do is all I gotta do is just do this. And he's like, okay, cool, whatever. No, motherfucker, like I'm telling you how to save your bar. Like they don't listen to you the
Like,
first time.
The best part is when he's yelling at him, you're thousands of dollars in debt.
Yeah.
Your bar smells. The bathrooms are inhabitable.
You've been doing this for 25 years.
You got overpours from your bartenders. All of them, they don't even care. Look at her.
All drunk and shit. There's always a drunk bartender.
Like, shut it down now. That's the best part. I watched all of that, and then we started cleaning stuff up. I'm like,
Like, I don't care no more,
I'm not
yeah.
fun no more.
You still watch the first run.
Yeah. He's going through everything. They got to redo the menu and redo, they got
No
to
practice,
retrain.
no nothing.
It's amazing. All the bartenders out there, all the bars out there, how often they have to retrain these bartenders.
Yeah,
Every single episode, it's like, we got to retrain your bartenders to make some good quality cocktails.
it's like where'd you hire these people from?
Right.
I can be a bartender. I'm gonna be one right now.
Like, you mix Coke, you mix whiskey, you got a whiskey Coke. And they're like, holy shit!
Like, you just
How
pour a
did you
little
do
lemon
that?
there, it actually tastes good and not like alcohol.
Like, how'd you do that?
Like, oh.
I got
Bring,
it.
brings this mixologist in. It's always some guy with a fucking
Crazy little flower.
Got a little like a.
Slick back hair. And like, that's a good try, but that's not how you do
They,
it.
they always show like a little highlight reel. It's like he worked at these restaurants. He's
Yeah.
like doing some fucking
Fucking 15 restaurants you've never heard of.
flipping a bottle. It's all these restaurants. Yeah, all this shit. I've heard of. Like
Flipping a bottle.
He's got that long stir that's all twisty.
bartender tricks and shit. Yeah, they always bring some guy. It's always a different guy, but it's the
Yeah.
same guy.
Good show.
Yeah.
Good terrible show.
It's a good. I'm gonna do nothing for the next 5 hours kind of show. You put it on.
I can get this on and just.
Oh shit! What happened?
It's like, oh, who's he gonna yell at on this one? This is great. The owners are brother and sister. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
They can argue. Yeah, it's true. We watch it for the drama. We don't really care what happens. I do like to see what happens, like when they visit again.
Like
Did you actually ever check?
This restaurant has
Have you
shut
been to the
down.
bars? A lot of them are
Actually, sure, a lot of them are shut down, and you go back and you find out that they went like 2-3 weeks or a
And
month
they went
later,
back to
they went
their old
exactly
ways.
their old
That's
ways,
usually
and
what
it shuts
happens.
down.
People, it's hard for people to change.
yeah, and those people are like in crazy debt. A lot of those
Yeah.
things too. I just like, don't you go to like jail at some point? Just throw you in the
declare
slammer.
bankruptcy.
Like according to this, you could survive for the next 2 to 3 weeks. You're still surviving. I think it's still a restaurant right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how he gets these people when they like do the reopening and they just invite a bunch of random. I want to get invited to one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you start criticizing.
Not get served food.
Yeah. And then I'm like,
You guys looking around. Have you guys been served food?
you guys
Like,
been served food. Be all obvious, like,
Hello? One of those guys.
I would love to put it on TV. It would be great.
You're actually trying to get on the show. You're actually trying to. So when
That was my.
they like zoom in on you and that like sound effect.
Like, I can be a rude customer. I can be a really nice customer. I can be, good feedback guy.
Feedback.
Those are the three things I can.
It's like you want to be like 10th in line. It's like you don't want to be the first one because you're gonna get your drink, you're gonna get your food.
Yeah.
But 10th in line is like, oh shit, that's when the problems start.
Or maybe the guy when they got they got the hidden cameras watching people and they're having like candid conversations.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, we haven't been called in yet.
I'm having.
They had to use the subtitles of what you're saying because it's like bar noise.
Yeah.
Good show. So,
He's not on anymore, right? Like he retired or some shit.
I think it's back.
I
Oh,
don't
he's back now.
I think it's back, but it's,
Yeah,
back.
it's
It's
back.
streaming somewhere though. It's on like I think Rare TV. I think
probably streaming on Paramount Plus.
probably.
They should put you on that.
I don't think I'm allowed.
Wings Rescue. Man, this all garbage. We got no sports on the TVs. No, we don't have TVs. How come we got no TVs?
Yeah, bar doesn't have TVs. Seriously, that's
Yeah.
if you got good ambiance, it doesn't matter. But if you
You know a bar I've seen in a commercial
missing out.
that's like a really cool looking. I don't even. It's probably just a set. It's probably not even a real bar. We've been watching something on. I think it was Hulu.
Mhm.
The Boys. No, we're watching The Bear, and they kept
Okay.
cutting. They kept cutting to this commercial of Stella Artois, the beer.
So a turtle.
No, not
Wrong-
Stella
wrong-
Rosa.
wrong Stella. Stella.
Oh,
Yeah.
Artois.
Yeah, the beer,
Artois.
right?
Our toys.
Artois. Is that what it is?
It's Artois.
Yeah, I thought I figured
It's Artois.
it sounds French as fuck. I don't know.
Tell them that.
It's their Artois.
Our toys.
We're not ignorant. We're not that ignorant.
I am. I don't know what the hell how to say it.
We don't know French. That's
Yeah.
all. It's French.
The Olympics.
It's French.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Belgian. Don't they speak?
Artois.
Whoa, look at that big ass
Jesus
bug that
Christ,
just
that's a
landed.
big boy.
Get it.
You can flick it.
Bye bye.
Reminds you of like the football.
Hey, that motherfucker was huge, dude.
You heard it hit the ground.
What guy was that part of that? It's gonna go through there.
It tried to go there.
You got
Right.
like
So
EMP.
it's a commercial with David Beckham,
What?
and
Oh, the Stella.
yeah, and like he goes into this bar, and it's a really cool looking place, and he sits down, and there are this group of 3 people, 2 girls and a guy,
Pizza place.
and they're like, and he's like sitting down, like, one of those, please, like he wants his Stella, and he like looks back, and the girls are kind of like looking in his direction, and the bartender's pouring, and so then and Beckham's looking back towards the bar, and the girl walks up behind him, and she's like, "Excuse me," and then he turns around like, "Here you go," like another person that wants a picture, and then the bartender hands her two cups because she had ordered beer. And so he's like, "Thank you," and then walks away. And he's like, "Oh, I thought they were here for me."
I thought I was
And the
smart.
bartender's looking at him like, "Ooh."
It's just the look as he hands him the beers. Like,
Yeah.
huh?
The look say a lot.
Oh, silly you.
I want to know who wrote that commercial
That's good. Anyways, it happens in a
and
really
how much
cool
more
looking
he
bar.
makes than me.
All of them. The lighting tech in that commercial, the person who picked out their clothing, probably
The makeup.
You gotta
did
get
the makeup.
jobs like that.
Built a set. They didn't even like rent out a place. They built a whole set for that.
Yeah.
And we can't find anything we want.
The
you
guy
know?
who went to get everybody donuts probably makes more than you.
Nah,
No?
Nah.
About the same?
the people that do runs, no, they don't
The
make.
No?
Gophers?
You
Absolutely not.
you're the one that have you guys ever worked at a place that had a gopher?
No. 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 God, no.
That's easy.
What about you, Mike?
Well,
No.
I want to say no.
Production assistants are gophers. And
There's
so
some
I work
people. There's assistants that would like get lunch and stuff.
yeah, but that's like well
That's not-
and production
they do other
assistants, that's
shit,
kind of
too.
their job.
They do
yeah.
other shit too.
Yeah, they do whatever the fuck needs to get done,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
I don't know what
Yeah.
they do, but I want to be a grip. It just sounds cool.
Is that in the credits? You're like reading the names.
He's like, oh shit.
What sounds the
Really?
coolest?
Oh, fucking John Michael was the grip? Holy shit.
John Michaels.
I wanna be
This
the-
generic super name, you know?
what is it? The good boy? I want to be that.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Assistant to the grip? Holy shit. Just twisting things all day?
That's what you want to be, is the assistant to someone who makes a bunch of money.
Yeah, that's what job I'm trying to get. Yeah, if this podcast doesn't make us a lot of money, I'm
This money,
fine.
this pocket doesn't make us money?
Wait, we're not getting paid?
The fuck?
I am.
Mm.
Soon,
Oh,
boys.
lucky,
soon.
lucky viewers. You guys are getting the good stuff for free.
Yeah,
We've been drinking all the
exactly.
profits.
Cracks a beer open.
Bye bye, Prophet.
Yeah.
Um,
What else? How you doing? Pretty
So-
all right? Oh,
so
I got a thing.
I just
Okay.
got a thing.
I had my Guatemalan cousins come to visit for a week.
Mhm.
Okay.
So they showed up. They're like, "Oh, we brought gifts from the land beyond,
The
you know,
homeland.
the homeland." And they brought me like a little care package of Guatemalan candy.
Hey.
And I'm like, "Oh, look at this!"
Oh, you're gonna hate it.
So first of all,
Yes.
American candy, I'll say almost the standard. You know,
Yeah.
it's nothing like too crazy amazing. Nothing's gonna be that bad. If it's bad, it's still pretty good. You know,
Nope.
Mexican candy, hit or miss here or there.
Spicy.
There's a lot of
A lot more
spicy.
flavors.
Lots of like, interesting. Okay. All right. Guatemalan candy? I don't think they discovered sugar yet. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Wait, is it made of like actual fruit and it's just called candy?
Some of it.
There's weird things. It's like there's like a maize ball, like a ball of like
With like sesame seeds around it.
I don't know what it is, but like it has like flavor. There's like there's a red one, a green one, a brown one.
Oh god, did you get the ones with the seeds that are like together with honey?
Yeah, we got that. But there was one in particular that ruined me.
Oh,
As in,
no.
like made me panic. Okay.
Oh no.
So there was this red candy. I'm eating it and on a Tuesday night. Eat it. Oh, this is actually pretty good. Nom, 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 nom. You know, just sucking it. It's like
was it sweet? Was it sour?
it was like Swedish,
Okay.
not Swedish, but sweet-ish. And I had one, so stuck it on it. I go, knock out, go to bed, and then wake up the next morning. I take a piss, and everything my piss comes out
No.
orange,
Oh.
red,
Oh,
or like
what?
pink, and I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, am I dying? Is this
It's
it?
how it ends.
Is this over?
like I want you to read about this on Google.
And then I go off throughout my day. Second piss, third piss, fourth piss. Everything,
Color.
everything, yeah, pink,
Rainbow just fucking peeing.
pink, orange, stuff. And I'm like, do I have to go to the doctor? Is there something? Not remembering that I took this candy from the night before. It's like,
Yeah.
what is going on with me? I feel fine. It's like,
No burning.
and I'm like,
No burning.
yeah, the burn, there's no burn. Check my second. Is there like some pain I'm just not feeling?
Yeah, my pain.
Am I-
Made the check.
Am I good?
It's
Everything's fine.
tolerant for diseases.
At this point, I was doing a lot of driving, so I was taking like 2 energy drinks per day, drinking Starbucks coffee in a can and all those things.
Hard with the
Yeah, I was just
caffeine.
I was doing Arizonas and shit. I was multi, but I was also drinking a lot of water,
Yeah.
and I was like, was it one too many monster? Was this the one? Was it this time? And then I don't know. I remembered you had that fucking red candy
Oh.
from last night, and I started investigating. Is this like a beet candy or something like that?
Mhm.
Turns out, yeah, like
It's
it's
a fucking.
it was a beet
Oh.
They use
Oh
beets
my
to
god.
make this candy, and then because
Oh.
of that, my fucking uranium urine coming out so bright and colorful with like a colorful rainbow and shit scared the shit out of me, dude.
Jeez.
I was like, all right. I had to wait like probably like that whole day until the next morning when like finally it came out normal-ish. And I was like, okay,
Oh,
we're good.
man.
We're okay
I
now.
would have freaked out.
Yeah. It scared the shit out of me, dude.
I freak out sometimes when I have like cranberry juice and I'm like, I gotta brush my teeth or whatever, I spit. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, am I okay?
Oh my
It's
gosh.
just cranberry. I
Like-
like cranberry.
Because for me, I don't, you don't regularly run into a beat, you know, like
No.
Not us.
I couldn't tell you last night. Beats. Damn.
It's like,
Beats
yeah.
are good.
So remember,
Dude,
no, I'm not complaining about beats, about the taste of it. It's just
watch
what
you
they
eat.
do, what they do to you, you
They
know.
scare you. They traumatize
Yeah,
you.
like you eat something enough, you learn to expect it. Like asparagus, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I eat asparagus once a month-ish, and it's like
That's a lot.
but I don't feel like I get the
No.
the stank. Maybe
No.
I don't eat it like enough.
Dude, mine's like immediate. Like I eat it, the next person, I'm like, well,
No, it's a genetic thing. If you don't get the stank, it's because you don't have the gene for the
It's not
stank.
that-
Ah.
it's not breaking down the same way.
Yeah, I think that's. Don't quote me.
It is. We're doctors.
yeah.
We're not.
This is financial advice. Buy crypto.
Like,
It's good.
buy
Not
as much
fact-checking
crypto.
that. You can
Yeah.
take that one to the bank.
Take all your money out of your bank, put it in crypto.
Everything we say
Put it in
is true
Dogecoin.
and factual.
Yeah.
Bet
Prove me
everything
wrong.
we say.
Prove me wrong right now. I dare you.
Yeah, show me one broke person on crypto.
Yeah. Buy Nvidia. Buy crypto. Go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You don't believe in computers?
There's people like that.
What?
That don't believe in computers.
Not
You're
real.
the devil.
They're old. That was an old joke.
They're doing black and white TVs. Anyways,
Damn, that is scary though.
But getting old.
No.
Yeah, that's scary too.
Because like I've had beats in the past, but not like enough to like change anything, you
Oh
know?
no, really?
Yeah.
I've had it where I panicked, but
Uh,
like I pooped and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I've had
And I'm
like
like-
the fire poops.
And I'm like, what? The?
Scary.
And then later like, oh,
but it's not a burn. It's just
no,
like red.
it's just the color. And you're like, why is it not brown? Like, why is it reddish? Like, what the fuck?
We did
Are
the,
you being
the hot chip challenge?
Oh, poop.
Poop.
That was a scary.
That was a
day.
different era. That was a different era.
That was an awful. That's probably the worst trip to the bathroom in history.
yeah.
When it finally happened.
Yeah.
Just rocking back and forth, like, why?
I didn't go to work the next day. I couldn't.
Yeah, there was no way. I think I felt worse after that than I did after our Mario Party extravaganza.
I couldn't sit.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
I was on the floor
comfortably.
in pain.
Yeah.
No
So
one
we're
took
doing it
time.
again?
I actually have a bunch. If you guys want one,
You bought some?
it was a drunken purchase a while ago. It was
Is that we need
So
this.
this was at 7-Eleven before they pulled them.
Oh, before.
Oh wow.
So I have. It might be
This
expired.
is a new version of Four Locos. Is a spicy chip.
Yeah.
Before they pulled
It
it.
was awful. I don't want to do it again,
And
but
they
I
used to sell
will.
them and then they went viral, and then now they're like, well, we're
Yeah,
just
I
gonna
don't
sell
know.
this.
I'll do it after we start getting a and people are gonna watch because I'm not gonna do it for no fucking.
I'm not doing things just to do them.
And if you want to watch our first attempt, I think it's still on our YouTube. So
Better be.
Don't worry. Never happened.
Delete it.
Never happened.
Classic.
you
Oh
got
my God.
you got a box of Portos there. You know what?
Tortillas.
These are tortillas.
Oh jeez.
Percy, what's in the box? What's in the
Quesadilla.
box?
The quesadilla.
Wait, what's a quesadilla?
It's made from tortillas.
That type of
Both
quesadilla.
true. Both true.
Tortillas.
Nope.
Deliciosa.
I do not understand the transition of how we got to this. Of like, this is a quesadilla. This is a quesadilla. Yeah.
They are not the even
And they're not
remotely.
the
Yeah,
same.
first off, you can't tell me with my background. that this
Roberto.
is a
Not allowed on
quesadilla.
plane, Roberto.
Yeah. No, I go by Roberto. It's not that kind of Roberto. I don't know. This is not a quesadilla.
Yeah.
It's a quesadilla.
No, that's cake.
All right, America. Is this a quesadilla?
America, tell me
Can we
if
see
that's
this?
cake
Hold
or a quesadilla.
Can we see this? Is that a thing?
Yeah, zoom.
Can
It
I-
looks like cake. You don't
good.
need to zoom. You can see it
Delicious.
looks like cake.
It's cheese in the
Smells
It's
like
cheese
cake.
bread, basically.
Is there
It's-
cheese in this?
Yes.
What kind of cheese?
No,
I
it
don't
looks
know,
like
actually.
Parmesan?
sesame
Might be some Parmesan. I don't know. But
Sesame
it's,
cake.
it's,
See?
Yeah,
Cake.
cheesecake cake.
Cake. thing. They know.
Looks like cake, tastes like cake.
I'm gonna call
It's
it cake.
quesadilla.
I'm gonna call it.
You don't
Taco
put
Bell,
the,
Taco Bell about to have a crunchy wrap of this.
Yes.
yeah, you don't put tapatio on that.
No.
Got
No.
tapatio?
It's very good. Shout out Portos.
You know what I saw on the way here to the podcast? There was a, when you're driving and you have stuff hanging off the back of the truck, You have to put a flag,
Yeah,
like
red
a red flag or something. So this car that was driving with like a ladder sticking out the back, they put a Portals bag.
Ain't forever. You gotta give them props for attempt trying to do something.
Yeah, I mean they're yellow, right? It's a bright color, kind of.
That was
But
the
it's good, though.
tortilla. It's all right.
Brenda's ones are better.
I like
Brenda make. So Brenda makes quesadillas too.
She makes
They're small.
She makes that.
She makes yeah, they're better than
she
that.
makes cake.
She makes like little mini ones, individual ones, and they're fucking.
You know what? I have had one.
Yeah,
It's delicious. You're right. I
Yeah,
did have
hers
one.
are better
That's
than
right.
But you didn't know you were eating quesadilla.
I was not told
Yes, you were.
that those were tortillas.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I have tried a quesadilla
Mhm.
bread from, and I'll defend it because it was good. 7-Eleven,
What?
and it was good. It was moist. It was fluffy. It's probably
Only 2
Sec-
days old.
second best quesadilla I've had.
Oh.
Brenda,
Wow.
7-Eleven,
How do you have 7-Eleven so high?
because it was good.
You know, like it.
Better than that.
No, I don't like them because half the time, 90% of the time, they come out super dry and
That's
they're like,
true.
just, you know,
Like water.
Yeah, you cough and it's just
Man.
crumbs everywhere, right?
Fucking cornbread.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the
the
cinnamon
driest cornbread
challenge.
ever. But for some reason, the 7-Eleven ones,
Hit.
they're good,
Damn.
and I will defend it.
Is it? It's the brand 7-Eleven brand.
It's a 7-Eleven brand. It's not like
Yeah.
they have 7-Eleven cookies and all
They
that.
do pastries. You know what? I've had a couple 7-Eleven pastries like years ago. It was good.
I used to get their donuts.
Yeah, a little package.
As a
Yeah,
college
it's good. I'm
student.
like, oh, let me grab this on my way late to work.
I always tried their cabinet, you know, open the you can fucking grab the donuts and shit, but
Yeah.
those never really hit like as like a
The
regular
maple-
donut
the
place.
Maple bars.
No, they felt very, like, they're very dense.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're very sweet.
but
You get a lot of donut for your dollar.
Yeah.
They're fucking heavy.
Yeah.
When we used to work at Northridge at 2K.
Yeah.
That's 7-Eleven. I used to always get donuts from that one. Just boop.
that was my
Maple
monster
bar.
spot.
But
Go
it was
there.
very sugary.
Go there, Monster, 2 taquitos. Let's start the day.
I remember those Monster Energy drinks.
Oh
where we
my
just
We were pounding those things.
like, all right,
man.
it's gonna be a late night, so we just walk down the street to 7-Eleven.
I'm gonna grab 2 monsters and the water.
Monsters, yeah. I was. Was the other one?
Rockstar,
Rockstar.
Monsters.
Rockstar. I was a Rockstar guy.
I was
Yeah.
monster.
I would flip. I was like, which garbage is gonna go into my body today?
I like the Rockstar can. I think that's the only reason that I did it. And then something about the taste was like, it wasn't great, but it woke
Oh,
me
they're all
up.
terrible.
It did the job.
Red Bull was never it though.
No, I didn't like Red Bull.
I hated that they had a little can.
Unless you're going out and you get a Red Bull vodka.
Red Bull was trendy, and it went with the
Because of
party
that,
scene.
yeah.
It was in the party scene more
Yeah.
than others.
You never got a monster fucking
No.
whiskey or whatever.
Nope. Red Bull vodka.
Rockstar vodka.
Yeah.
And looking back at it, that is fucking terrible.
What?
Red Bull vodka.
Ah,
It keeps you up.
It tastes like medicine. Tastes like
Robitussin?
the Tussin.
Tussin?
Tuss.
No,
Tussin.
Tussin.
Tastes like that. Now that I said that, if you ever who even orders those anymore? If you ever have one, you'll
Trying
you'll
to
taste
high.
it.
Or a bunch of Tussin.
It's like we just landed in Vegas. It's 11 p.m. Let's go.
Tussin and Hennessy.
God.
Yeah. I've never wanted to get that drunk. I'm like mixing things into my liquor.
I don't think everyone is dry Hennessy.
It's,
It's alright.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a we have Hennessy. you want
remember we
you want some? Okay.
used to mix Hennessy and Hypnotic to make an Incredible Hulk. Oh god, it was disgusting.
There was the era, definitely, of like
Alizé, remember?
yeah.
terrible fucking mixed drinks.
Alizé.
Adioses.
Oh
like,
god,
Used to
zombie.
get AMFs all the time.
It was
That
just
was the
like-
drink. LA Water. Do they still do that?
What's
LA
the name of it?
Waters.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I
They used to
remember.
do
I,
that.
remember
They used to
There's
serve
no
them Fridays.
ordering
Is there
it.
Fridays are Fridays still in existence?
I think so, but like,
They used to serve them there. I don't know if they still do that.
But it was just like, like, are we like mixing this in a bathtub? Like, it was just,
First of all,
Prohibition was worse, man. Trust me, they were mixing it.
we're forgetting the number one culprit. All right, jungle juice.
oh yeah,
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is-
Whatever you got.
whatever you
We
got.
got this.
Start it there.
Got some beer. I remember the best jungle juice I ever
And then
had.
let's throw some fruit in there, maybe. Just fucking
We had,
change
like,
shit
We
up.
got Kool-Aid.
We had like 6 or 7 Bud Lights. We had some like margarita mix,
Oh god.
and like I want to say a dark liquor and some vodka. I mean,
It's like
there.
you're a drink or two away from playing King's Cup. Is that
Like we got some jungle juice. It worked. It got the job done.
Jaeger bombs?
But that
Shout
was
out
Oh
to
my
college
god,
boys.
Jaeger
Talking about
bombs.
medicine.
Jaeger
Before
bombs.
times.
Oh.
Jaeger bombs. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely Jaeger bombs. I mean, if you like the stout, it probably wasn't that bad. But um, this was just like young shit. Like this
Yeah.
is definitely now that I've gotten older,
I would never do this.
I would never like.
Absolutely not.
No.
We have taste now. We're classy now.
Shout out to one.
What's it?
And we could afford better stuff now too.
Let's
Shout out to
yes.
151.
Yeah. That's money now.
Shout out to 151 just to start the night.
Yeah.
Oh god.
151.
No, like, speaking of which, what was your go-to like degenerate drink
151.
when you were young?
Yeah.
Just straight 151?
We would get a bottle of 151 and we're like, all right, we're start doing 2-3 shots because we're not gonna pay the
Club prices?
$7 for a drink. You kidding me? Now they're booking
Right,
$16,
dude.
$17.
Go up with $7 and get how many bottles with that? Yeah.
Mine was Long Island Iced Tea.
Long Island's. What about you?
Then-
Zombies.
That's
Yeah,
Zombies.
he introduced me to zombies and AMFs.
Damn.
Oh,
I used to do AMFs. I liked liquid cocaine.
Oh god.
those are
It was like
awful.
151
Those
and
are
some
awful.
Jaeger.
Jaeger.
It was
And Ghost Town too, right?
The,
Some
the
cold,
four,
yeah.
the
Ghost
four
sugar.
king.
But you're supposed
It
to
was such a cool looking
you're
drink.
supposed to name correctly and it wouldn't taste bad. But
Yeah.
those bartenders didn't fucking do
Yeah.
that.
First
They just
off,
mixed the
the
shit.
number of bartenders I met that could make it properly, count on like one hand.
Every one
My
of them
entire
would
life.
mix it, and you're like, all right, you drink it.
You're like,
but no,
"What's
you're
in that?"
supposed to layer it so
Yeah.
that the last thing you taste is
Yeah.
the ghost
It was a
now.
ghost log. The first time I had it, it was incredible, and then after that, I was like, damn,
Like, what happened?
That was it. That was
Dang,
it.
it sucks. It's like getting your. It's like 90s drug dealers are like, give you 6 for free. And that's your best hit ever, and you're chasing that hit the whole that rush the whole time.
Never get it again.
On my cousin's 21st birthday, we're the same age, so I just turned 21 a month earlier. We went to Vegas, and this legendary trip. It gets talked about. It's like lore. It's family lore. And the first night I did the cocaines, I was fucked up, but I was okay. The second night I tried it again, I got sick. I threw up.
Hell yeah.
There's a bathroom in Excalibur somewhere with my name on it.
Staying with your.
Sounds about right.
Someone
Yeah.
was here, just like on the wall.
Yeah.
Those were the times I used to love that. I felt so fancy ordering it, and they didn't know. I was like, you don't know how to make a liquid cocaine? Damn, what kind of establishment is this?
I recently learned about highball, and it's like whiskey and soda water. Like, but the name highball makes it sound more elegant than what it is. You know, like
I think immediately of cocaine.
yeah,
Yeah, well, 8 balls.
a little highball. You know,
It's a tall person's balls.
Popov is the popular.
Oh, Popov vodka.
Oh, what?
the
Popov.
Popov.
that's the handle you
That's
put into the
the
jungle juice.
That's
you
the
know?
plastic handle of vodka.
You guys
that-
ever had 99 insert fruit name?
and,
It's
and an apple, then
apples,
bananas.
cherries.
No, that
Oh,
was
God.
99 what?
Bananas.
Yeah, whatever the fruit
That was my 21. When I turned
It's
21,
so bad.
I drank a whole bottle, like most of a bottle by myself.
Do you guys remember your first drink?
unknowingly?
At
Thanks, friends.
21?
First drink? Like turn 21 or just in general?
No, yeah, like your birthday.
I don't. I,
Mine was a chocolate cake or something like that, and it
Okay.
tasted like a chocolate cake, and it was really good.
I remember those.
what is
And
that?
I don't remember. It was like a lemon,
It's like
sugared lemon, frangelico, some kind of like liquor that looks like a fryer, like it has like a rope around it, and then
I
vodka.
I know the bottle you're talking about, but I don't know what kind of liquor it is.
Yeah, and then like vodka, I think, and then you take the shot, and then you take lemon with sugar on it, and it tastes like
Like
chocolate cake. Yeah,
That sounds good.
yeah. I haven't had one of those in probably since
This is-
I was 21. Yeah,
the things you learn.
yeah.
What does it say, Dwayne? What does it say?
Are you over 21?
Oh, on top of that,
Said the right thing. The party starts with 99.
That's right. The party starts with 99, guys.
Tell you, I drank that exact bottle.
99 bananas.
It sounds awful.
Yeah.
It was terrible. I don't like vodka. I didn't
99
like-
proof.
When you're 21, you don't really know. I mean, you should know what you like.
You shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
You're
I
too young
didn't,
for that.
'cause I was responsible.
But maybe.
Yeah, I was a bad Latin, all right? I was supposed to be drinking by the time I'm 10, and it just never happened. I didn't drink until I was
I
drinking
waited
21.
until 21.
Yeah. There was chances to drink, but it was never like I'm a drink, you know.
I didn't drink. I mean, I had drinks in high school in 12th grade, but
I had like a couple beers, but like
yeah, they
I
were
never like
awful.
was like, oh, I wasn't that guy.
I was always like,
You
as soon
know,
as soon as I got to a party, I was like, when when are we leaving? I'm gonna go home.
I'm gonna go home.
They're taught me the right things, you know.
Yeah, I paid attention there. I got that shirt.
You got that lion.
Yeah.
What does there stand for? And then it's not drugs are really expensive.
Drug abuse resistance education. Come
Hey.
on.
Somebody learned something.
Stuck in my brain.
I actually never knew that.
What is it? I saw Inside Out recently. The first one. I haven't seen the second one because it was recommended.
Yeah, that core memory
Core
came
memory.
out. Yeah.
Edgar knows where I'm coming from. That's a core memory.
That shit just shot up. Played the picture.
One of my core memories for some reason. But yeah. Good times.
I got a question for you guys.
Oh.
Question.
Have any of you guys ever been in an actual like sauna?
I
Like a
haven't.
steam sauna. So
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
Did you guys like it?
Absolutely.
So
So,
Uh-oh.
yesterday, I went to my friend Johan. Shout out to Johan. He has a club membership for like a country club,
Hmm.
and they have an actual legit spa. So he invited me over. I'm like, all right, cool. I've never been in one, right? We go in there, and you know, it's this room. You go in, it's super dark, and there's a little bit of there's a steam. I'm like, all right, cool. Sit down. Then as soon as I sit down, all the steam starts coming out, and I'm sitting there like it's getting kind of hard to breathe.
You're drowning.
And, I'm like, and then you just see the fucking wall of steam just coming in. I'm like, holy shit. Fucking having a panic attack. I'm having a fucking panic attack. And I went, nope. I fucking just run out. And I go outside. Like, it felt like everything was closing me in. And I'm like, holy shit. And John goes like, you're right. I'm like, dude, I was having a legit panic attack. Like, my heart's fucking racing. I'm like,
change was too fast.
what the fuck? And he goes, we don't have to go back in there. There's another one, and there's a dry sauna. It's basically just heat. I'm like, all right, let's go into there. We go in there, we sit down, much better. Like I can handle that perfectly. Like, you know, you start sweating, cool.
Mhm.
But I fucking had a panic attack.
Wow.
And it
Yeah.
scared the shit out of me.
Panic attacks is great. I never had one until like my
Super,
30s.
right? Yeah.
My 30s. Like I never had one my whole life. I had one in my 30s.
When
I thought I
panic
was
kicks
fucking
in.
dying.
It was
should
fucking
be
scary because you know,
frightening.
like
Yeah.
again, like I felt everything's closing in. I'm like, my heart's fucking racing. I
Yeah.
couldn't breathe. Like I was like trying
Was
to
your
breathe
shit
through my
going
mouth and my
numb?
nose, like tingling almost.
Tingling,
and
yeah.
I'm
My
like,
hands went all tingly and numb. I was like,
Like,
oh, I'm
I'm like,
driving.
I was like, nope.
That's it. This is it. It's
I was
over.
I'm like, this is how it happens.
it felt like also like I was getting tunnel vision. And I was like, nope.
everything kind of like
Like a video game.
Yep. And I'm like, nope.
And we aim down sights. That's
Yeah.
exactly what happened.
And I ran out of there. And looking around, and like I felt fresh after. I'm like, all right, what the fuck?
But what's like a thing is like, no, I'm gonna stay. But like when it was first happening, it's like, no, I can do this. I'm gonna stay.
Because when I first fit, when I could feel like the heaviness of the steam, and I'm like, I could do that. And I sat down, like, because in my head, I'm like, I see this in anime all the time. I can do
They
this.
lied to you, Mercy. They lied.
And I sat down, and then as soon as I sat down, the steam just started going, and then it kept going, and then you see the wall of steam coming. I'm like, oh fuck! And the guy next to me disappears in the steam, and I'm like, what the fuck?
All of a sudden, it's like Freddy Krueger scene.
It felt
The steam turns red.
Gunned it. I'm out.
You know, those
Nope.
little girls singing and shit.
Oh god. So yeah,
You had a good time.
I don't think I'm ever gonna do that again.
What?
No.
At least
You
not,
won't?
not right now. I gotta slowly somehow go in there, but like it.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
to
like
me.
the saunas I've been in, they were a steam sauna, but it was never like the steam was like so much that it's everywhere. It's more like it just builds up and you feel it, but it
Yeah,
doesn't. It's not like
yeah.
you see
I
it.
went
And then-
like that. I didn't go.
This
over
was like fucking. And it just kept
Yeah.
going and the fucking
Something
wall.
like that.
It's like the mist, like space, like
It's gonna get me.
demon,
Oh,
demons
God.
are on the other side of that. That's
That
so
was my,
crazy.
That was my spa experience.
Sounds awful.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Like,
But like,
Don't get a panic attack.
don't get mad. Like, what
Moral
some
story is
advice.
avoid panic attacks.
I had-
Hydrate. Did you hydrate?
Yes.
And it's like when you left the sauna, it's like
Felt super.
like your pores are breathing, right?
Yeah,
All your pores
That
are
feels-
open.
that
I can
feels
feel.
so good.
Yeah, I can feel like breathing through my arm.
Yeah. It's such a weird sensation because like, God, it's like there's times when you're like when you're out in the sun or whatever, and then you sit down, you have that feeling of like I'm chilling. I'm gonna be in the shade for a little bit, and I just need to decompress or whatever. It's the same thing. Like you come out of the sauna, it's like. It's like you're in that cryogenic chamber
right now. It's like, oh shit.
Oh shit, why are we in this so long?
Sounds great. I want a sauna.
I want a sauna. Yeah, I want to try one.
Yeah, they hear panic attack. Oh, that sounds
Give me
great.
that.
Sounds
can't wait.
sounds thrilling.
But you know how fancy this fucking country club is? They had 2 different types of saunas.
That's high end. That's
It's a nice spot.
Yeah.
We
For
had
the, for the advanced and the beginner.
you gotta crawl before you walk.
Yeah. You just went into the tournament. You were
Well, they told
Yeah,
me.
Joe was like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah, Joe's like, you're fine. Get in there.
yeah.
Level saunas.
No, I'll go to like Japanese one. I want to go when they
Pour
put
the
the water on the
water.
rock. They got
The guy's all irritated. He's like,
motherfucker.
"Shh." He's just,
Hattori Hanzo.
yeah. I would love to hang out. Yeah, we should do that.
There's
Yeah,
a
towels on. It's like,
there's a Japanese styled restaurant that I shared in our Discord.
they have a sauna?
Yeah.
Sushi in a sauna?
Damn.
It's like
that's
a restaurant and it looks like
Together.
it's an unassuming building from the outside, like it's like any other strip mall. But when you go inside, it's all styled to look like the eateries in Japan that are like alleys.
Yeah, we got to go to that.
And you get your own like little table with like a curtain and like it's all
Oh.
small and
Sign us up. Let's
Yeah.
document it.
Yeah,
Man.
do
So-
that. We'll do a sauna first though. We get naked in front of each other and
I've
And
been
do
there.
it.
Oh, you got to the
In
sauna
a wee
after.
spa?
I see when you started the story, I thought it was gonna be a dick story.
He came in, he fucking whipped his toe off.
yeah.
You're like, I'm just staring.
I was happy. I didn't know what to do. I froze.
Just dominated me, you know?
Like, what would you do? Like, guy walks in, he just takes the towel up and throws it on
Throws
your
it on-
head. Are you upset?
Give me a
You
clean one,
shocked?
you know? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go get a clean one. Shit.
I knew here.
Replace this. Why is it dirty, guys?
Yeah.
Why is it dirty?
That's terrible.
Did see a lot of dick on TV the last 2 weeks. The Boys,
I saw the boys'
House
dick.
of Dragon.
House of Dragon
the
dicks.
House
know
of
that?
Dragon Dick. Yeah.
I was like,
Damn.
oh, they're really doing this.
Yeah.
We're not doing spoilies.
Nah.
What is his dick?
There's some dick on the show.
Yeah.
Like, just know that.
Yeah, it was the Wiener. is
House
back.
of D goes crazier with dick than with anything else. It's like they showed that more than
There
they-
was a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the whole brothel thing. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
But
They
then
still
usually-
show that, but then like, you see, oh, boop, boop.
It's usually
dick.
Yeah. Like we're doing things with the dick too. It's like, oh look, it's
Evil-
It's enemy.
Equal opportunity. Yeah.
It was in the sauna.
we've come full circle. No longer in the '90s. The times of the '90s where it was all bias.
hmm
There's no dick.
Booba only.
Something for everybody.
Hold on.
Something for everyone.
Now we have balance. Welcome.
Thanos wins.
We did the snap on the cinema. Now everything's
Oh,
balanced.
there's more dick.
there.
Now there's more dick.
Now there's more than ever. Right.
We're talking about what we're watching? We got time?
Yeah, I think that's a good time. We've been talking for about
Time we start. Who cares? Oh,
What have you been watching?
I have caught up with House of D,
Nice. Welcome.
House of the Dragon,
House
So
of
Many
the
Dragons,
There's a lot.
House of the Dick.
House of Dick, yeah.
There's a lot of.
So when the first episode came out, I went, I don't remember anything. I don't remember who's against who's on what families,
His name.
who are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're mother of this person. Oh, you're brother of this person. Oh, you guys are related and still married.
Or
Yeah.
there's Rhaenyra and Rhaenyra and Rani. And
Yeah.
it's like
There's Aegon and Aegon the Conqueror and Aegon the bullshit and Aegon the motherfucker. It's like, I don't remember which Aegon we're talking about.
I was watching with my parents, and we had a guest that came by just for a
Oh.
portion of it.
Oh.
And they come in, and they're like, it was Damien talking to the guy, and he kept calling him Prince. He's like, I'm the king, and then he's like, oh, the guest is like, oh, why is he like getting offended by that? He's like, well, he's not really the king. He's married to the queen, but it's his niece. And the person's face was
You don't get it. This is the whole,
like,
you're old to this, you know, like,
like,
You're
okay, I'm not
immune
gonna
to all
explain
that,
it anymore. You're not gonna be here for this. It's okay. I immediately saw the interest lose
Yeah.
that face in real time.
hot new intro. Love that new intro.
Yeah, it's good.
it changes.
Uh,
It did change.
No, it changed from last season to this season. It changed.
No. Between
But-
episodes.
That's right, Bob.
Between episodes, yeah.
I haven't paid
Last
attention
episode
that
was
enough.
Mm-hmm.
Between episodes.
Oh, I gotta go back.
A la
Yeah.
X-Men 97.
There's something that
Dude.
they show now that they didn't show in the first episode because it hadn't
Dude.
happened yet, and now they show
But then
it.
it happened.
And now they show it,
Mm.
and you're like, "Damn, they showed that."
But yeah, it's, a lot of it's more, a lot like, okay, you're Rhaenyra, you're going up against the Green family and the,
yes.
The Hightowers.
the Hightowers. Oh, Otto, you fool.
Peace out.
They're from-
Can't wait for
they're
his
from Old
revenge.
Town.
His revenge.
From Old Town.
Yeah, he hasn't. Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have his
Spoilers?
revenge at some point.
All right, spoilers. Okay.
I like Percy's like, it's like we can't spoil, or I can't spoil because I don't know names. And like I feel like I'm usually pretty good with when it comes to all these crazy names,
Mhm.
but it's just
Don't worry about
much.
spoiling for the people here. I don't care about the rest of you.
for me it's people look too similar with their blonde silver hair, and I mix
No.
up mom with grandma,
Yeah,
a queen that never was or should have been or could have been or
And there's
that's incest for you.
the two sisters that are part of the sea guy.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, now I got it. Okay, you have the shorter hair, and you have the longer hair, and you have the dragon. Got it. Okay.
it's like
Go.
I was
It's a
confused.
lot of dragons.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember no dragons.
And who's got one
Sorry.
dragon?
I remember like 2 dragon names.
And like some dragons
I
don't
can't-
have owners anymore
And
because
I'm-
they're dead.
And they're just hanging out.
And yeah, they're just flying around.
The dragon, he's like, I don't know why he's flying around. He's pissed off or something. I don't know. Maybe he's hungry.
Yeah.
They don't even know what the dragons are doing. It's hilarious.
You can rent this dragon, you know.
Like,
Gotta bring him back by Tuesday.
the guy's like, oh, what is he doing? She's like, I don't fucking.
Probably beating
Right now, to be honest, I don't know how many dragons are around.
Looks like I got a lot of shit going on.
I'm not sure.
I'm fighting with my family, my nephews. I gotta kill one of my nephews.
Look, if it wasn't for one guy having having an eye patch and the other guy not having an eye patch, I can tell who these guys are, right?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm going by length of
It's not
hair.
that bad.
That's my thing.
So for that, no, for me,
Dragon.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just-
They're very similar, which is funny you say that because they're gonna have a
His
thing.
uncle and
uncle and nephew.
nephew look exactly alike.
They do.
like, yeah.
Mm.
But that goes by design.
We return to Harrenhal, which was in Game of
Game of
Thrones.
Thrones. It's haunted. That's why I kept telling my parents, like, remember, this place is haunted before we even started. Stuff happened.
Yeah.
There's the ghost of Harrenhal they talk about
Yeah.
in Game of Thrones.
It's cool. It's very World of Warcraft. Like you go into like you come across these places.
yeah, it's the remember the previous lore of Game of Thrones, and then remember the shit that they're bringing in now in House of
Yeah.
D.
There's more lore stuff. Game of Thrones will talk about there used to be a lot more magic in the past and like crazy shit back in the past.
hmm
And House of D is in the past.
But
It's
not
like-
that far back. But still,
But it's got more of it. It should have more of it.
we'll
than-
see.
There's more dragons.
Well, we
Okay.
so there and so the hard thing that I have with Hot D and whatnot is that when you think about Game of Thrones, you think about the build up and then the big episodes, the big wars and this and that.
Yeah.
And so like you're realizing watching this, okay, we're in the build up right now.
It's more
Well,
subterfuge.
What is it leading up to?
Yeah.
Than battles. You had all these battles in Game of Thrones. We haven't had any in
No.
House of D.
It's all
But-
family drama.
And subterfuge and assassinations and
Yeah.
dirty foul play and incest.
Lots of
the
incest,
people,
huh?
the people
Wow.
suffer, Percy,
Well, that's how
because
their
of family
family-
trauma.
Yeah.
The dragon people, the Targaryens.
Mhm.
They were already.
incest.
They tell you that in Game of Thrones. You watched that.
Yep.
It's great.
The incest? No. That was
No,
great.
show. Jesus, absolutely not. No.
Yeah, so it's definitely leading. Everything's leading towards something. I'm not like, well, this shit is so good. Just yet.
Yeah.
It's slow. It's very
Yeah.
slow.
For me, it's what is the winter is coming for this, right?
Yeah.
It's like they haven't really like brought that out. It's more of a we're fighting and trying to see who is the true king, queen,
Yeah.
family.
Where's the shocking? There was the baby thing. That was the good.
Can we
shocking
enter hot spoiler zone?
No, Percy's.
You're never gonna watch
Percy's
it
not
We're
anyway.
gonna watch it. We have a finally agreed
You
with
have till
Brenda.
next week to catch up.
He has a whole season to catch up.
You haven't started?
No.
You have till next week.
I want to talk about the end of this last episode
Yeah.
from this week.
Agons and Begons.
Yeah, it was just kind of like you dumb bitch, like
just listen to
Yeah.
me.
But I mean, it is what it is, and
Yeah.
I was like already mouthing
The
like,
moment that they were talking about in the first season was way more impactful than this one. I felt
yeah, it's just
the
kind of
reveal, like the realization.
yeah, and
But
then
in the
she's
moment,
like,
you're like,
well,
"Oh shit!"
No, because last season
but
was
we
like,
already knew.
you, this is gonna happen, and the king's talking to his wifey, going, "This is gonna happen," but she's thinking, "Oh, this is gonna happen."
Yeah.
She totally misinterprets whatever
Yeah,
he
but it was
told
like,
her.
oh, but then it had that oh moment. You're like, oh, that's.
Oh, trust me, I forgot about that until they mentioned it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why this is all
It's
happening.
like, oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
he told her that.
The best part of the
It's all
first
because
season is seeing how old the king can get. How
he was
decrepit.
so good
how-
at
how-
like slowly dying
So there's
and
a
being sick. You should watch it just for that. Like,
here's a
he
king.
almost won. He got nominated for an Oscar for that, didn't he? Not an
I
Oscar.
don't know.
Emmy?
Emmy.
So,
I don't.
but, like, you see the first episode, fucking healthy as a horse, fucking man of the people and shit.
Yeah,
And
strong,
then
healthy king, and then he get pulled.
I'm gonna build my Legos, and then I'm gonna be decrepit and old forever.
and then he's
Every
falling
episode.
apart. His mouth's falling out of his head.
Fucking mask and
Wearing
shit.
masks and shit, looking like the fucking Family Opera.
It's so good.
So good.
Wait, you haven't even watched that?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you haven't watched
We're
any of
behind the
it.
whole
Why?
season.
Why haven't you watched the first season?
You're behind the whole show.
Because we were waiting for Brenda to finish.
Nice.
What? We're waiting her to finish Game of Thrones, and then she finally finished it. And I'm like, so let's watch it, and then it hasn't happened.
I'm just saying, House of D came on before you guys were watching Game
It's
of
been
Thrones.
Years.
Before she was watching Game of Thrones. Just saying.
Damn.
Yeah, you're definitely not
should've
gonna.
just
You're
started with
not,
House
gonna,
of
you're not
D.
gonna remember anything in this conversation. Then, in
Yeah.
that case, I thought you were
Everything
already.
you
caught
said
up.
doesn't mean anything to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
don't
doesn't
mean
mean
shit.
a
You
damn
can-
thing. Doesn't mean a.
You're fine. We can talk about spoilers. Let's go.
And all right, so the boys is inching towards the finish line.
This is
but
last season, right?
I
Next
hate-
season.
No, next season.
Next
season's
season.
last season.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was this season.
Oh.
Next season.
Okay.
Are we all
They
caught up
said
to the
5.
boys?
We're on 4 right now.
Yeah, I keep checking to see if there's a
Yes.
new one.
Yeah.
I'm caught.
Percy?
No.
This season?
I haven't seen this season.
Last season?
Yes,
I forgot what happened last season. But I'm all caught up.
I haven't
That
seen
season was
though.
with fake Captain America.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but I haven't
Soldier
seen his.
Boy. You! Huh?
You haven't seen Gen V?
That's the one I haven't seen.
I saw probably
haven't
half of
seen
it.
it. Yeah.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
I'm bad at watching shows, and you're doing worse than me.
Probably, yeah.
What? That's the question.
I saw half of Gen V, and I was into it, and I just stopped because I think they did the whole release 4 episodes, and then we're gonna
Right.
do one at a time, and then I forgot about it.
Damn. What are you? And you're watching the new season of?
Yeah.
They tie together. Hello.
It,
You already seen some characters. Yeah.
Recap.
I'm getting
Recap.
set here.
what ifs?
Only Slunk's doing right.
No, I'm not
He
watching.
didn't,
it.
he didn't watch Gen
I
V.
didn't watch Gen V yet.
It's okay.
Wasn't there always some boys cartoon?
What?
There was a boys cartoon, right?
Yes, it was multiple different stories.
Diabolical.
No.
Like there was multiple stories and different art styles.
I didn't watch that.
I watched that.
Really?
I watched no anime.
Some
Animated boys.
some of them
You
are
sit here and tell me it transfers well?
some yes.
Come on, man.
All right, let me ask you guys a general question about TV shows. So all these shows have been weekly, episodical, whatever. But The Bear got released, dropped all of them
Bam,
all
10
at
episodes,
once.
bitch.
Less than a week. I seen them all.
I see it. Took me 2
You already
days
know
to
that,
watch.
You're gonna forget it twice as fast.
Now, what do you think? Is that better? Is that worse?
Depends on your perspective.
What is your perspective?
From my perspective, I like the idea of the weekly releases.
Hmm.
I think the build up, the conversation lasts longer. The
Sure.
impact's better when something big happens.
You can digest it, and it
Ingest.
sits there, and you're like, "Oh, look at
Yeah.
this thing! Oh, look at this thing!" Meanwhile, you do all 10 episodes.
You binge it, and then it's
there was important things that you missed along the way, fucking bananas and shit.
99 of them.
99 bananas.
99 bananas.
Yeah.
You missed the chocolate banana reference for you missed one conversation that it comes back fucking 7 episodes later.
Yeah.
So you have to pay attention to all these things.
You don't absorb it as well.
Yeah,
I think that takes
this fucking clip show was so good. Are you finished? Got up?
Oh, what?
The Bear.
No, I haven't watched any of it.
Oh.
Watched the first episode of
Okay.
season 1. I don't know if it's for me.
It's
I'm gonna
anxiety
give
of
it
the
another
show.
shot. I keep getting told I got it. Yeah,
Anxiety of the show.
So he's
and I used to work in like food,
Oh, you did.
so like
in flashbacks.
I was like, I don't like this. I was like, this is it's too close. Like I don't
It's
like
too
that.
real.
Yeah, I was like, but I'll watch. I hear it's good. I'll give it a shot.
It's fucking great.
It's probably my favorite show right now.
Really?
Yeah, they're like it. I honestly just couldn't. I don't know why. I just couldn't imagine that it would just keep being as good of a show. Like I feel like they would just run into a wall narratively or something, and they would just not be as good as the first two seasons. And it's like,
Like
fuck, man.
season 1 was a great introduction. Season 2 made me care about the characters more,
Okay.
and season 3 is like okay, it's like more like let's move it along. Like what else is gonna happen
Yeah,
now?
what
Game
else
of
is gonna
Thrones.
happen?
Yeah,
Season 1, you're like, oh, these families, the first season, and then oh shit, they
oh shit, not them.
And then season 2, you're like following everybody around because
Yeah.
now everything's all broken up, and you're like, oh,
there's tears and shit. There's
I
like
care about the fucking Hound for some reason now. What's going on with it?
burned you, Hound. Who burned you?
The story of the Hound and the yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna get on.
it's fucking great.
I'll probably finish that before Percy starts watching.
Anything.
Anything.
Well, that's why there's short episodes, which is why I got
Yeah, 30
nominated.
to an hour, 30 to 45 minutes.
Which is why I got nominated for like a comedy or something.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
is it funny?
This season does have it's funny, but not like comedy
Not
funny.
hot funny.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a comedy. Nobody would.
It's
That's
like,
right.
is it adult humor? Is what I mean. Like,
No, I mean, it's a drama.
There's comedic characters, but it's not like oh shit, this is a funny ass episode, you know?
yeah, it's the things that you would find funny because
Yeah.
you know how life works. That kind of comedy.
Or like that thing I shared earlier about the Italian people yelling at each other about pizza. It's like, yeah,
There's pizza etiquette.
it's pizza etiquette.
Like, don't put pineapple on it.
I'll tell you, sir.
So
But you eat pizza
can we
upside down to get
discuss?
the flavor.
Can we discuss the pizza etiquette?
Go for it. I didn't see it.
So this guy's complaining to this other guy about this dinner he went out with. Two guys went out. They had a pizza, and they're sitting across. You have your 4 slices on your half of the table, and they have their 4 slices on their half of the table.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it sounded like it was like maybe a rectangle pizza, the way he was describing it,
Pan pizza.
like a pan pizza. And he says that he ate this slice, then he ate the slice next to it. He skipped this slice, reached over, and grabbed the slice from the other side, the other corner slice.
Now,
He likes corners.
now, are the slices all even the same? It's all the
Nah.
same kind of pizza across. It's not like half.
Same kind of pizza.
Okay,
Yeah,
but he skipped over a slice and just grabbed the one.
on the other side.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was smaller.
He said because it was smaller. Yeah,
I can see that.
The one he grabbed, he didn't want a big piece.
yeah.
I can see that.
I just want a good
He's
taste.
like, oh man, I don't really want to put down more pizza, but this one's the smallest. I'm gonna take it.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah. But he reached over to the other person's side.
Yeah,
you don't reach over.
because that was my
Just
slice.
be like, hey man, give me that little one so you can have the slices. I can't eat no more. You gotta talk to people.
Yeah, no, Benny did. He just like reached over
Dang.
and got it.
I would have looked at him. I would have said nothing.
They were
Just a quick
Whatever,
look.
like, what are you put? What are you doing?
What if a guy comes and just grabs all the corners? Just goes corner, like eats a slice.
Well, I don't share pizza with people.
What is his name?
That's what
the
Never
most
this is brought before
shareable thing you could ever order.
at a party.
And I didn't order it.
Mm,
Yeah, pizza's more like a home thing, right?
yeah,
It's rare when you go out for pizza.
I can't really count the times I've gone out and shared a pizza.
Like it happens, but it's like
Mm.
Like I'll get my own personal.
This is weird. 'cause I love
you're
pizza.
4, 5, 6 people deep with a pizza. When you're out and about and you order pizza because
You're
you're gonna be
almost
there.
never gonna order pizza for
You're
two.
gonna be there for fucking
Yeah, or
45
you go
minutes.
to the place and they'll give you slices. You're just like, let me get 2 slices of
Yeah.
Hey.
whatever.
Big
That's big old slice.
Give me that
It's sitting
Brooklyn
under the
slice.
hot lamp for
Reheat
like
that
2
shit.
hours. You're like, "Ugh,
Top
Pizza
crust.
It's not dry.
it's whatever. It's good because you're drunk and you're like,
There's
oh,
gabagool on there.
gabagool. Yeah, pizza etiquette.
So watch the bear.
Watch the bear. Watch something.
Watch anything. No anime.
Just no anime. Yeah.
But I just finished them too.
All right. What's the name of this stupid anime?
Reincarnated as a sword.
Why are people coming back as shit?
I don't know. It's actually
Is
pretty
there a
good.
talking sword in it?
He is the talking sword.
He is the
The
talking
whole
sword.
show's about a talking sword?
Yeah. He ends up adopting a little girl, protects her, who was a
As a
secret-
sword?
yeah. So
Pre-sword? Wait.
no. So he comes back in the story, realizes, I'm a sword now. All right. So he ends up learning that because he has basically he's able to move on his own. He's able to kill beasts.
His legs.
No. Like basically,
He can fly.
yes.
It's a magic sword.
Look, give us a trailer.
Okay.
Bring up the trailer while you
yeah,
talking about
yeah.
it.
There's a trailer.
Yes.
There's enemies.
I'm having trouble
So-
visualizing this.
He ends up like leveling up.
Oh, what was the name of it again?
Reincarnated as a sword.
Got it.
God, every time I hear it.
His name does not roll off the tongue at all.
It does not.
Oh
Again,
my God, I came back as a vending machine. Now what do I do with my life?
I finished that one too.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. Why are you watching this stuff?
Why? Because
What?
it's entertaining. And Reincarnated Snow is actually really good. You should check it out.
You guys don't-
Tears?
Check it out.
He hasn't watched House of D.
Award-winning shows waiting at your right there for you to watch, and you're like,
You're paying extra to not watch these shows, man.
yourself like,
Anyway,
I'm worried.
Oh, sorry. I'm ready.
I want to hear it. I just want to see.
Oh man,
Is it ready? Is it ready to
this
go?
better be good.
Oh, sorry.
If I just had the power.
Oh shit. Is there action in it?
Yeah.
Better be some good ass fucking flying sword
Alright,
shit going
here you
on.
go.
yes.
Okay.
It's not as bad as a One Piece, as Naruto's, you know?
Oh God. I'm still not caught up with One Piece.
I'll never watch One Piece.
I think I'm at
Never-
episode 800.
I would never watch One Piece.
What?
Ever.
Not even the Netflix version?
Ever.
I didn't see a Netflix version.
Ever.
Look, One Piece Netflix version.
Yeah, you saw that.
Great.
Yeah.
Really, really, really good.
It's like enough to make you watch the anime. 8 million episodes.
Watch the first season.
8 million episodes of
Yeah,
One
it's
Piece.
good. It's good. I did watch some of it, and it was really good. But the live action's great. It's really, it feels like you're watching an anime and not an adaptation of an anime.
But it's done well.
It's done well. It feels very, very not even like campy. Even well, it's campy when it wants to be, but it does feel great.
Does it make your list your top 3 of live action?
Adaptations of cartoons?
Yeah.
Damn, I think so.
Really?
It's really good. Yeah, as an adaptation of One Piece, it is very well done,
Yes.
and it's not neat.
But you don't know because you've never seen the One Piece.
You watched
saw-
I
you
did
saw the
not.
season.
So
I
first
did
season.
watch. Yeah, I watched almost. I think everything that happened in the live action, I saw in anime form. Like, and it came out
It
like in
goes to top
1996
3,
or something. Yeah, it's really
Wow.
good.
Wow. What else is in your top 3?
Top 3 adaptations of cartoons turned into live action.
One Piece.
One Piece.
Then you turn on Return of the Ooze.
This is the
Um,
first one.
I think the first
Dune?
one as well.
First one
I
over.
like the
Return
second
of
one
the
over the
Ooze.
first one.
video
I like
games.
the second.
Video game movies would count, right?
Sure.
Are there any good ones?
Should we hold it?
Let that
Should we
die.
hold that for
Try to let that
for
to
next
you.
week? Do some
Yeah,
research for
we'll
next
do-
week.
yeah,
Mortal
We'll do
Kombat.
that for next week.
Yeah, Mortal
Okay,
Kombat.
we'll do it. We'll do a full thing.
Oh,
next
right,
week.
yeah, we'll think about that for next week. Anything else you guys want to say before we head on out to before we walk off into the distance like Godzilla?
Walk out to the walk away like Godzilla.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Is it over? Is it over?
I don't know if we want
think
it to
that's-
be.
In case you forgot, this was a dope podcast where every week friends get together to argue about everything and and we are live every 8 p.m. Pacific, right here on Twitch and on the YouTubes. We release every Tuesday morning.
Tuesday
Wednesday?
morning.
Tuesday morning, and wherever podcasts are available.
Mostly.
That's like
Mostly,
available.
yeah.
It's like available.
Watch
On
our YouTube.
That's it.
Shit.
And we also post to YouTube, so you can view this whenever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody thinks that we're wrong and wants to fight us or has a civil discussion, you could find us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Thanks for listening. Have an awesome.
Yay!
Percy's wrong in every way.
Sometimes.
X.com.
X.com.
Twitter.
Oh shit.
Name it Twitter. I'm gonna call it Twitter.